Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich. The name of the channel is Rich the Return Rider. For all of you guys that's here for the first time, thanks for tuning in. For all you guys as return viewers, I appreciate you coming back. For all you that subscribe to the channel, appreciate the support. Guys that haven't yet subscribed, guys, it takes nothing off of you to hit that subscribe button right down in the corner here of the video. We are here in Florida. This is December 6, 2022. For all of you folks that are saying there's no change of seasons in Florida, I know today is 73 degrees, guys, but we have been getting a little bit of some cold spells. And if you look to the left there, you can see the signs of fall, some leaves falling from the trees. And it's a beautiful sight. Just grateful to be able to get out, do some of these videos, ride year round. Not bragging, folks, hoping that some of you folks that's in areas where you can't get out and ride can live vicariously through me as I get out on these days off of work and experience what I'm going to refer to as throttle therapy. I'm on my 2019 Honda Goldwing. This is the manual version. Yep, that's what I said, folks, the manual version. For you folks that are asking why the manual version, I have done a video talking about why I chose the manual over the DCT. A question was asked to me is why I chose the Goldwing over the other. And in this video, I'm going to attempt to express to you folks, YouTube world, why I chose the Goldwing over the other manufacturers. And more importantly, man, am I satisfied with it, and would I choose to buy the Goldwing again? Now, my journey back into riding, the choice of motorcycles after being away for 20 plus years was the Suzuki Boulevard M109R. Bought it in the beginning of the pandemic and was quite happy with that motorcycle, thought it would be suffice. But as my wife decided to join me on the journey back into riding, as we get out and we tour together and explore, riding into the mountains of Tennessee and taking certain trips, decided it was time to start looking for a bag or something that would be a little bit more comfortable and convenient. So my approach to that, guys, was to start looking into dealerships that wasn't brand specific. So what I did is I got on my Boulevard and I rode to what I call the Walmart of motorcycles. I hope there's no offense to that. But rode over to Jacksonville to the Riding Out Power Sports. A dealership that would offer me a variety of motorcycles, and I can ask some questions, hopefully from some knowledgeable sales reps, about the different brands of motorcycles and what they thought of them, and even maybe what they even ride. When I described to them what I was looking for, not knowing much about the baggers, first of all, reliability. At the price point that I was looking, I was hoping that I will be getting the most bang for the buck. Performance, looks, was never a real big fan of the batwing fairing kind of motorcycles. Really was never a big fan of the baggers at all. Again, coming from the world of sports bikes. But the one thing that everyone that I spoke to started steering me to was the Honda Goldwing. They talk about the legendary status the motorcycle had and all of the things that it offered. Again, the bang for the buck. So the first motorcycle that I was pointed to was 2017 Honda Goldwing. And when I saw that motorcycle, man, I really felt like, hey, I might just not be ready to take this journey on. That motorcycle was intimidating. Big, massive, motorcycle. It was clearly explained to me that it had the power that I wanted, all of the luxuries that I wanted. The handling was there, even as big as the motorcycle looked. I saw all the buttons around the motorcycle and was like, wow, this is way too much. So as my wife and I looked at it, and expressed that, hey, this might be a little bit too much motorcycle in just the appearance, I was then steered to check out the new 2018 and up Generation 6 Honda Goldwing. The slimmed down, sexier, what I refer to as the sexier version, or the sexiest of all the Honda Goldwings that I have ever seen. This motorcycle was beautiful, guys. When I told my brother, a guy that's not a motorcycle enthusiast, doesn't ride, no interest in motorcycles, but when I mentioned to him that everyone that I spoke to talk about the Honda Goldwing being the motorcycle of choice, as a retired engineer, his input was, when it comes to Honda, dude, you just can't go wrong. From the days of Prost to the legendary Ayrton Senna, Honda has been at the forefront and at the top of the world of performance. To date, 2022, the only manufacturer during the turbo hybrid era that was able to knock mighty Mercedes, the Silver Arrow, off of its perch, producing a two-time world champion. For the first time in 7 or 8 years, the Constructors' Championship, it races the spear. Honda is now back at the top of the food chain. My brother would argue that when it comes to innovation, reliability, performance, that there's no better manufacturer and powertrain developers than the Honda. Owning Honda Accords, Civics, he has bragged that V-Tek that Honda introduced and perfected in their Honda Accord and Civic has been the benchmark for the likes of Toyota, BMW, into the world of variable valve timing, making the motor a high revving performance and economical, let's not forget reliable part of technology in the automotive industry. Down to our small engines, generators, the lawnmower. As I was recently looking for a pressure washer and looking at the reviews, guys, the one thing that they mention in the reviews is if you purchase any of these rebranded or the different brands of pressure washers, if it is powered by the Honda motor, again, we're hearing that thing, you just can't go wrong. But let's talk about the Goldwing. Getting off a topic here a little, but trying to give you a little bit of history about the manufacturers. Let's talk about the first impression of this bike. As I walked up to this motorcycle from the front, guys, what I saw is a sporty look. Motorcycle considered to be in the world of sports touring motorcycles. The slimmed down version of the Generation 6 Honda Goldwing, guys, when I walked up to the front of it was just beautiful. Almost remind me of the CBR series of sports bikes that Honda produced. And that futuristic look, all I could envision is this motorcycle being designed by the likes of Adrian Newey in the wind tunnel. Aerodynamics, slim. When I walked around the rear of the motorcycle, guys, and I looked at the back, the look of the previous generation Honda had disappeared. Those two big back lights on the back of that motorcycle that I was never really a fan of always looked like some kind of a car. But this one looked like a different type of a car, guys. It looked more of that European NSX Acura, GT Ferrari, Porsche, new Corvette. That European styling. Beautiful. I looked at this motorcycle, the slim down version, and my wife and I decided, you know what? Yeah, we can do that. That is bad. That is beautiful. For the previous Honda generation riders, as I was watching the reviews online and I saw the complaints, the folks that is now thinking that they are getting less for the money. The luggage space is now smaller. The fuel carrying capacity is smaller. But for a lot of those folks, guys, they are now coming into this futuristic motorcycle. They're coming kicking and screaming, but they are conforming over to this new motorcycle and starting to appreciate all the technology and performance, the bang for the buck that Honda has provided. What I have noticed is a lot of the folks that were concerned about that luggage carrying capacity, more and more folks are now towing trailers, making them look aerodynamic, uniform in their paint jobs. When I purchased this 2019 Honda Goldwing, this was a pre-owned motorcycle. It did have a tow hitch on it. I have since removed it. Didn't think I would be towing anything with it. I am more than happy with the space provided. Well, Honda has addressed even that since they came out with the Generation 6. They have revamped that back luggage trunk area to make it a little bit bigger, where it can now fit 2 helmets. For the concern about the fuel mileage, Honda is saying, hey man, we have made this motorcycle more aerodynamic. We have made it lighter. We have retuned the engine and gave you more performance. Don't worry about the distance on a tank of fuel. We have given you 4 modes of riding, with one being an economy mode. You just a switch of the button, guys, you can put this motorcycle in economy mode, and we will give you a distance of 225 miles per tank, probably equal to or a little bit more than the previous 6.6 gallon carrying capacity, now down to 5.5. We got you. Honda is saying, for you guys that are concerned about safety of this motorcycle, like I said, we have given you different riding modes. When the surface out there gets a little sketchy and slick, but we have given you the rain mode. We have decreased the sensitivity of the throttle in the rain mode so you have a little bit more control. We have given you something that no other manufacturer has given you. We have given you an airbag model for you safety conscious folks. Traction control, ABS brakes, Goldwing loyalists. For any of you folks that is looking at this video considering buying the Honda Goldwing, guys, after I give you my little soliloquy of the Honda Goldwing, leave it in the comment sections below why you wouldn't choose this motorcycle. For you folks out there that are Goldwing loyalists, chime in as to why you purchased this motorcycle, what you appreciate about it, and maybe what you even don't like about it. You know, I have always heard that you will meet the nicest people riding Goldwings. For you folks out there that don't put yourself in the category of nice Goldwing riders, again, this motorcycle is a sports touring motorcycle, and Honda has focused a little bit on the performance of the motorcycle to capture guys like me that is coming from the world of sports bikes. We give you a sports mode. 1,833 cc's of a 6-cylinder, a little over 100 horsepower, a little over 100 foot-pounds of torque. For you folks that want to be a little naughty, man, you put this motorcycle in sports mode, and for someone like me that have a clutch, you can slip that clutch, turn your RPMs up, and pull that front wheel off of the ground with the power and torque that this motorcycle produces. For you folks out there that have the DCT model, just put the bike in drive. Put it in the sports mode. Roll on that throttle. And this motorcycle will make you feel like you are on a quarter-mile track. 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. Covering the quarter mile in a little under 12 seconds. This is not your father's Honda Goldwing, guys. For the folks that are Honda Goldwing loyalists, that have always called this the Cadillac of motorcycle, that still exists. The motorcycle is comfortable. We got all of the things of the previous generation and more. What other manufacturer, guys, gives you a walk-in mode, especially on that DCT version? What other manufacturer gives you a reverse? Innovation, reliability, Honda pushing the boundaries, not afraid to be a little different. Bang for the buck, LED lights. With the touch of a button, we can adjust the windshield. I am 5'10". When I'm riding, I get very little to no buffeting on the lowest setting of the windshield. When I raise the windshield up, guys, it offers great wind protection. Probably not as much as the previous Honda Goldwing, but in the hours or the days when it's raining, I can put that windshield up, and unless I'm experiencing torrential downpours, it feels like I am riding this motorcycle between raindrops. Handling with that 6-cylinder low center of gravity motor, this motorcycle on the cone course is more than capable of doing all of the exercises that will keep you safe on the bike. Handling at higher speeds, guys, there's always been, apparently from the previous generation, they were always great handling motorcycles. Story told of a Honda Goldwing rider riding the tail of the dragon amongst guys with sports bikes, and having the folks with the sports bike pull over as this guy is riding through the tail of the dragon like he was Marc Marquez or Valentino Rossi. Heated seats, heated grips. Anyway, folks, I can stretch this video out for way longer than I'm doing here, but I am gonna wrap this up. You know, I did a video recently where I test rode the Challenger, was almost swayed by that motorcycle. I test rode the BMW 160 horsepower, really fast motorcycle, absolutely beautiful. I've rode the Harley Davidsons, nice fit and finish, awesome motorcycles. You know, and I did a video where I talked about who I thought Honda was targeting on this motorcycle, and one of the response I got was plain and simple from one commenter: it's an old man's motorcycle. But I gotta tell you, folks, turning 58, all I'm gonna say is I can't debate that. I know with age comes wisdom, understanding, and appreciation of great things. The Honda Generation 6 Honda Goldwing, guys, is not your father's Goldwing. This is an awesome motorcycle. Best bang for the buck as far as I'm concerned. And would I buy it again? Hell yeah. Now, my complaint about it, guys, as I talk about doing the concourse, is someone out there, please come out for some protections for those, for the bags on this motorcycle, as we are learning to ride this motorcycle, building our confidence. But get out in the parking lot, guys, and practice all the things that will keep us safe on this motorcycle. I am always going to say, it is better that you drop your motorcycle on the concourse or in the parking lot than to crash them out there on the streets. Rich, the return rider, out on Ruby, my 2019 Honda Goldwing, and I am having a blast. Later.